Dick and Boonies Podcast. Richard, come together again. We're all about the letter and the tasty gems. We would like to invite you in the silly minds we live in. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Terror takes the time before you make it.
The terror takes the time before you make it. What's that from?
Thriller.
That's from Pluto.
Contilla.
Salmonella. Welcome to another episode of the Dick and Boonies Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us here on video and audio.
Screams and sings.
Dude, it's pretty cool.
It's nice.
We've come a long way.
It's
how many episodes?
This will be 17.
This will be 17.
Do we want to talk about that?
No, I mean we could. Makes you sound like an idiot. Just kidding. Yeah,
17 weeks.
Right. We have an episode that is banked.
Ish.
We have an almost episode banked. It's not quite an hour. It was just me. It was me and Hobby when on the day that we thought you were going to be there. That whole mix-up that we talked about on the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended
Crystal
up
clear.
crystal. We ended up doing a episode, and it got cut short because Alina hit herself in the eye
With what?
with a propeller.
I don't know why, but I always want to call that a whirly bird.
Okay,
And that's probably not what it is. But
Aren't those the vents on roofs?
yeah, it is.
the whirly bird.
Yeah.
I know that now.
That is. Field.
Oh, you
that
would
is-
know.
Yeah. Yep.
It's so weird. All I can see is a figure,
Yeah.
a figure in the distance, because that light is like. So, I needed to know about your son's circumcision.
You did?
Yeah, I
Because
did.
I can tell you.
Yeah, can you let me in on? Because I was thinking about it,
Yeah.
and I know that he was circumcised.
Yep.
And I wanted to know what your experience was because Charlie had an interesting experience as well. What was?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, their pediatrician called dibs on it. He was like, "Who's doing a circ?" And we're like, we don't have anyone lined up. He's like, "I'm doing a circ." He's like, "I do a mean circ." And in my head, I'm like, that doesn't sound very
How
good.
old is your doctor?
I think he's probably late 40s.
I just need my
Mid to late 40s,
All right.
and he's fucking cool as shit.
That's like
he goes, this is what he said. He goes, "I'm doing a circ. Don't have the hospital do it. I take pride in my circs."
So is he continuously abbreviating circumcision?
Never said the full word once, I don't think. And he's a fucking brilliant guy.
I believe it.
And
What's
he
his
goes,
ethnicity?
you know what he said?
What's his ethnicity?
White
Indian?
guy. No,
All right.
just a white guy. He's kind of got a ginger beard. He went to Arcadia.
Wow.
But circa whatever. He's 45 to 49 years old. And that was cool when we first met him. We're like, yeah, we did this. We're from the hood. He's in the office that's next door to Oso, just to the west.
Oh yes.
The parking lot everyone
Yes.
wants to park in if it's full.
Yes.
So he goes, "This is your kid's dick. It's got to look good."
Sounds like my
Quote
dad.
unquote. No, I know. And
Sounds just
Jess
like
and I are just like, "Fuck, dude. This is a real dude who's great at it." And he's like, "It's your kid's dick. We can't have it looking like shit."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You got it, doc."
Yeah,
So
but
we gave him dibs.
But a lot of the way your son's dick looks like is not on him.
No.
It's on you and how you keep it lubed up and
Correct. No,
when you
there's
get 'em home.
maintenance. Yeah, there's definitely maintenance.
Dude.
You didn't catch that info?
No, I knew.
Oh, okay.
But it baffled me the amount of upkeep
Sure. Yeah.
and what the fuck? Vaseline.
Vaseline all day.
So much Vaseline.
Yep.
And then you could get something called an adhesion.
Right.
Do you know what an adhesion is?
We have a friend whose kid had that, and they had to go in and redo the circ.
Oh, Charlie had a little bit of an adhesion. We were down at Kim's house.
Uh-huh.
Kim just grabbed it and just ripped it.
Oh.
He was laying there, and she was like, "What is this?" And we're like, "It's a little bit of an adhesion." And she was like, "Did not ask us, just ripped it." And and Charlie was like,
Really?
"Ah!" And yeah,
Did you? What was your reaction to that?
you can't do anything.
Right.
You can't do any. This is the same house where Hominy, Kim's mom, I'll
Yeah.
just be sitting here like this, having a conversation like this, and then I'll see maybe a little something out of the corner of my eye, and I'll go, huh, and there's an Asian pear in my mouth. I'm like, whoa, whoa.
You're eating this.
And I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah. Well, she doesn't speak English. She's
Right.
She's only this. She's about
Right.
2'8", maybe 3'2". She's this
Right.
tall, and you can't. It comes out of nowhere, and then there's just Asian pear in your mouth.
And you got to do it.
And she's like, yeah. And she does a lot of
Yeah.
just long. Yeah.
Who are you guys talking about?
Whoa.
Ooh.
How did you get a mic? Was it in your?
No, he gave
Where
it
did
to
you get a
me.
gun?
Did
you get a gun?
He gave it to me
So that's Tiole. He's
Yeah.
got a mic now too.
back in the studio.
Oh, bro, this is gonna be wild. We got 4 dudes.
If you can see us right now, it's because Tiole's in the studio.
I just want to know who you're talking about over there.
What are you talking about?
Do you actually not know?
No, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Okay. So her name is Hamane. Hamane. That is Alina, her mom's mom. So it's her grandmother, and
Straight off the boat.
she's as Korean as
But it
Possible.
wasn't Hominy who did the rip. It was
no.
Kim.
But I'm just saying it's the same. It's all the same kind of cultural
Right.
situation where you don't get you don't get to say no, you don't get to have an opinion, and that's just the way it is. And it's actually often it's kind of nice because they take care of you. That's
Sure,
the thing.
yeah.
They take care of everything. They wash the dishes. They wash your clothes. They cook your dinner. They make sure that you have everything you need.
Make sure you have an
Your ba-
Asian pear in your mouth at all times.
But then you can't say no to Asian pear, and you can't say no when they rip your son's dick. So you're
you had a lot of biting of your tongue going on. Oof.
yeah.
You don't do that well. Wow.
No, I
Shit.
don't.
But it ended up.
But I can be respectful.
No, of course, yeah.
I know people don't think I can be,
If fucking
but I can be.
if Jess's mom just went for the rip on his dick, I'd have something to say about it.
Would you?
Absolutely. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not what we're supposed to do. But
Did everything go good? Everything
it was,
went well?
It was perfect.
Oh, did
we
you?
Did the
Did
general
you
upkeep.
see? Did you get
so
to watch?
he goes, "You're coming with. You're gonna stand right behind me
He's
while
like,
we
"You're
do
gonna-
this."
you're gonna-
No, he told me like Kim would have told you to fucking do something.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
Yes, sir.
Like I really didn't want to,
right.
because it's gnarly, dude. So he, just the same little room in a pediatrician's office.
Did they
go
put
in,
him- did they put him on the-
strapped him down?
On the crucifix.
Yep. Put him on
Shit-
the crucifix.
That shit's fucking wild.
So right away, I'm just like, I don't like this very much.
Nobody tells you about that.
Right. Yeah.
They just have this crucifix, and then with straps,
well,
and then their
right.
arms are up.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Oh,
scary.
that's scary.
Your little baby.
Yeah.
How old was your baby when you went?
It was a week after we got back from the hospital.
There's so many
It
differences.
was right away.
There's a lot of differences because they told when I had Charlie, which was, I don't know, maybe 3 years before you had your son,
Yeah.
cashew butter.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. 3 years.
they had to wait, I believe, a month. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. It was right away.
So they strapped him down to the crucifix.
Strapped him down. And he gave me his background and where he learned to do this straight from the Moyle. Like, he's like, dude, trust me. Like, when I was learning how to do this, I had the Moyle standing where you're standing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, all right, man. Well, your resume checks out, I guess. Go for it, bro. So
The Moyle.
it's not what I thought it was. And I've never YouTubed or looked up a fucking circumcision.
The actual
So I didn't know
procedure.
what the procedure was.
Right.
So, the spreaders and the frickin' got in there and did the whole thing. And the whole time I'm just like, wow, dude, I feel that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it.
He got an injection though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that was half of the shittiness of it. Just watching him stab your kid's dick.
But they stab him in the pelvis, right?
Negative.
Oh.
Bottom of the shaft. Which is only a half inch from the tip of the shaft.
Does your son have a big dick?
So he does.
I bet.
He does have a big dick.
I bet he does.
And honestly, like, it's only started to show in the past like month. I'm like, all right, well, he's only a month old, or he'll be a year old next month. But after the first like month or two, it started taking shape. We did the maintenance. The head's starting to look normal. It's like, oh, that's a dick.
Yeah.
Because at first, it's anteater for a while.
Is it thick?
It's thick. He's a cook boy, bro.
He's lucky. He's lucky, man.
So, but, you got to do that, like, clean thing. You got to clean that out. Make sure you fold it back and do clean out all the cheese or whatever. It's like you gotta keep up a lot of upkeep. But every time we've taken him in for a checkup, Doc looks at it and goes, "Oh, that's perfect." Like gives himself a nice little pat on the back, like, that's a good looking dick.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes.
His work was good.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh yeah, that looks perfect." Like he's telling us, but he's really telling himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it went well. Like all good.
How long were you having to maintain the lube and
So we
et cetera?
maintained that for really just like
A couple weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
couple 2-3 weeks maybe. Yeah, never got any really no alarming signs or anything. I mean, it's still weird because it's super shriveled and you gotta fold it back and break it out and do the thing,
Okay. So it has been discussed on here before. How come it sounds better now? Did you just change something?
I turned you up a little bit.
When?
Like 5, 10, 15, 13 seconds ago.
Yeah. It sounds way. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, it has been discussed on here that Ben, my brother Ben, just has a fucking mammoth
Anteater.
of a fucking cock.
Yeah.
Right. He just got this fucking beefy.
Right.
This fucking beefy.
Yeah.
throat over his shoulder.
Just fucking.
And here's a very interesting thing. That genetic trait it just goes through the family and it just pops up places
Randomly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gordon's sons, his oldest son has a fucking.
Hog.
It looks like, I mean, for a young kid to have a full Vienna sausage
Yeah.
that's
awesome.
He's
gonna fucking slay, dude.
I was like, and then one of his twin sons has a regular ding, and then the other one has a fucking hog on him.
And he'll always have that on him forever, dude.
It's crazy. So Ben's got it. Gordon, average. Sorry, dude. Average is good.
He knows how to use it, though.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
I think he might. I
He's
don't
got
know.
3 kids.
Yeah. He got 2 in 1 pump, though,
Yeah.
But it's just weird how that specific trait just will pop up twins,
Right,
different
random.
sized dicks.
Yeah, that is weird.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, my dad's band. Which
The
one?
Cirkeysizer and the Foreskins?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like one of my favorite bands.
So I finally asked him the origin of that story, because originally I was like, "Oh, I think Ben was in Cirkeysizer and the Foreskins." I reached out. I said, "Ben,"
no.
I said, "Ben, were you in Cirkeysizer and the Foreskins?" Very important question. He goes, "No, I was in Ike's Likes Lettuce," and I said, "Okay, that's right."
What a funny response, too. No, it was Ike's Likes. I picture him like in the other room. Like, no, it was Ike's Likes Lettuce. Okay.
And then Gordon was in, what was that band he was in? Son of a bitch. Come on, baby.
Are you talking about as a kid?
It was before Wellington. Bass Ackwards. Thank you, TLA.
See, look at that.
Well done. How the fuck does everyone know more things than me? It's just always how it goes. So anyway,
Taylor's got a good attention to detail.
yeah,
and
he
shit
is.
like that.
He's
a vault.
So I said, Dad, what's the deal with Cirkeysizer and the foreskins? Because I could not remember what the story was. And he said it was a sock hop. It was when he was at Arcadia. He was the senior class president. And they were doing like a 50s style dance. You know, this was in the 70s. And they were doing a sock hop. And he was able to get his band to play the sock hop.
And he played drums.
He played drums, and he promoted it as Cirkeysizer and the Foreskins, and they made posters, put them up all over Arcadia. He would, every single morning on the morning announcements, they made this recording, like on an old recorder that would be like, you know, they would do them, because he was the senior class president, so he was like in the morning announcements and
Right.
shit. And he would play every day. And the band that will be playing at the sock hop this Friday is the Cirkeysizer and the Foreskins. And it would play and blast over the whole
And all
fucking
the teachers are like, God damn it.
fucking Chuck.
Yeah, right.
The
We
principal.
can't touch him, though.
For
Because
days.
he's president.
Oh, yeah. That holds a lot of fucking
Yeah,
clout.
They can't touch him.
But the principal finally heard it, apparently, and went to my dad and was like, what's up with the Cirkeysizer and the Foreskins? And my dad's like, what? What?
You know that's fucking funny.
The guy was like, circumcised and circumcised the foreskins. And my dad was like, I had no clue.
Oh, God.
Did you know I was circumcised late in life?
I did know that.
Well, let me tell you something. This young lady that I knew from recovery, she said that I should tell this story. She messaged me on Instagram and was like, you should really tell the story of your circumcision. And I said, you got it.
You got it, babe.
So I'd like to share the story with you tonight, if that's okay. I know you've heard a version of it, but I'm going to go through.
I honestly haven't heard, like...
You have?
I mean, I think throughout, like, our, decades of friendship, I've probably heard it detailed, split up.
Yeah, and we've said it before. You've never seen my dick.
Never once, yeah.
Is that crazy?
It is pretty wild.
20 years
Yeah.
of friendship, I've never seen.
I've seen dicks of people that I'm not even friends with anymore.
Yeah, I know.
But I was, but at the time it was like, I thought, we'll be friends forever.
Well, so all the dicks you've sucked in the
All
past.
the dicks I've sucked, I was like, we'll keep in touch, and we just never did, dude. We lost touch, man.
You just had the night,
Yeah.
that one night.
So
So
that's what that feels like.
So here's the deal. Gordon was circumcised. My oldest brother was
Right away,
circumcised.
right off the bat.
Yeah, just and back in the day, that shit was gnarly. You just checked a box. Checked a box. The baby comes out, then it just goes right out. They cut it off.
Yep.
Bam. That's it.
Yeah.
There's none of this set up an appointment, insurance, but it was all covered. It was just, that's
Factory.
There's a way.
It's factory circumcisions, dude. They probably pumped out 40 of those in that 6 hours.
Just whipping the skins
just
over their shoulder.
for sure.
Like at a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, dime a
Yeah.
dozen. Factory farming.
So Gordon, he was one of those babies, right?
Right.
Boom. It traumatized my mom because I guess they did it right next to her.
Ooh.
And he freaked out and she was like, this is just too much.
Sure.
She felt horrible for Gordon. He doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have it. All this shit, whatever.
Right.
Which I respect.
Right.
So then Ben, she was like, I'm not going to circumcise him, which I do believe is semi-responsible for his girth also. Just has additional space to grow.
Sure.
So anyways, he was not circumcised. So Gordon was, Ben wasn't. Then came me. And so she was like, not going to circumcise him because that's traumatic. And she wanted to give me the choice, Mistake. biggest mistake my mom's ever made.
It's like when those people go on a rope swing and then like decide to let go like just above the rocks. You know what I mean? It's like you can either not do it or do it fully, but you like let go too early. It's like one of those things.
Or how about the ones that are just large women that just can't hold their weight on the rope swings and they just fall?
Slip down. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Big mistake.
Right, yeah.
Okay? So
Yikes.
I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell what's going up into here, into the ether for the audio listeners. I'll tell you why as well. Because at 5 years of age, I had the chicken pox.
Yeah.
The chick pox. Mm-hmm. And they were all over my genital region. Mm-hmm. The genital region.
Yeah, right.
And that is a big piece of the story that I will come back to. Okay, so I had chickenpox really bad in the genital region. As I got a little bit older, I was then instructed to. I don't recall any instructions about my penis when I was before 5, but after 5, I start having these memories pop up of my mom basically just being like, "You just gotta pull on it every day. You just got to pull on it and just got to keep pulling on it every day." And I would be like, "Okay, Ma, I got to pull on it every day. Thank you." And so I'd be in the bathroom and I'd just be pulling on it. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I would just pull on it, right?
Yeah.
Not a goddamn thing was happening. It was all looked the same every day. It wasn't like it was coming out of its shell ever. It was just always baby anteater, always.
Yeah.
All the time, 100% of the time, right? Mm-hmm. So at around 11, and tell me if you guys can agree, but around 10, 11, you start getting boners.
100%.
Right? And probably before that, but around 10 and 11, they start coming around something fierce.
Yeah.
Is that, would everyone agree?
No cum yet, though, right?
No cum,
Yeah.
but just boners.
Right, yeah.
And you just
Morning dick, dude.
you'd lay on it
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh my God." You don't know what's going on.
Boners were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
When you didn't know what the fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, so first of all, boners are just crazy. Anyways, right? Mm-hmm. Now imagine your boner was trapped, like it was in a tube sock that didn't have a hole, and it was just
fighting to get out.
Just couldn't get. It looked like you could see.
Oh wow!
It was
like that.
It was basically like a condom, like if you had a hard like skin that doesn't stretch condom. You like a dick cage. You know how they do that for S&M shit? They put your dick in a cage, and like if you get a boner, then it'll you know what sounding is, right?
Can't go through. No.
You don't know what sounding is?
No.
Do you guys know what sounding is? So sounding is when they shove metal rods down the pee hole for sexual pleasure.
That sounds fucked.
By the way, Google
Yeah.
states boys typically enter puberty between 11 and 13. Erections in class and wet dreams are often the things people associate boys and puberty. So between 11 and 13 is what Google says.
For puberty.
Yeah.
I feel like I was getting boners for a while without any of that.
Yeah, I felt like I was getting them earlier than that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the deal.
Well,
that's Google.
Well, thank you, Google. I think that's probably right for puberty, because then you start growing hair and all of a sudden. This is pre-hair, pre-cum.
Yeah.
Pre-cum. Huh?
Right?
Oh, so anyways, sounding.
Dude,
I seen guys fucking squirt while it's getting crammed in.
That's terrible.
Okay, so anyways. So they have these cages that you could put over your dick, and then there's like a sounding bar. So like a girl come up to you and like, like that's the dynamic, the dom and the submissive or whatever. You're the submissive guy.
Yeah.
And they put a cage on there, so if you get a boner, the bar will go down your pee hole.
That sounds so fucked up.
Why am I talking about that? Oh, because
that's what it felt like when you were popping boners.
Yes, without the sounding rod, it was
right.
it was so fucking painful because it was also trying to open up the foreskin.
And that's maybe why you were told to keep pulling on it so it would like
Stretch.
right. Like
And in a normal situation, that would have happened. You would slowly stretch the
Right.
foreskin,
Right.
and because most regular boys that are uncircumcised have no problems.
right. Life finds a way.
At 12 years old, I finally
Broke through that little hair
I
tie.
could not. The boners were happening 5 times a day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a very sexually active person. I was very sexually stimulated as a young boy. I was just like, yeah. Who am I going to kiss? Whose boob am I going to touch? You know, let me see it all.
Yeah.
You know, I was that guy. So at 12, I would get boners and be like, because it would be like, and I'd be like, It was crazy. I
Yeah.
went into my mom's room and I was like, Debbie,
Debbie,
we got to go to the doctor. Okay? Because I'm pulling on it every day.
yeah.
You told me to just keep pulling on it.
Right.
It's fine.
Like she knew
my
that
mom would
this-
always say, it's fine. I'd be like, I'm getting these boners. And she's like, it's fine. Keep pulling on it. What were you going to say?
Like she knew that this could have been a possibility that this was going to happen. That's why she kept telling you to pull on it.
She had no clue. She
Oh,
was
okay.
she was under the assumption that everything was fine down there. And we went to the doctor, and he pulls my pants down, right?
Yeah.
And he goes,
That's fucked up.
you should have gotten a circ. And I said, did you go to Arcadia? And it was your doctor. No.
yeah.
So he pulls down my pants. I'm on the table. He didn't fucking
Right,
suck
you're
my
not
dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't molest me. He examined me in front of my mother, by the way. We had a threesome. Any goddamn ways.
Which is wild because you would think she wouldn't want to be there for that.
Oh, she was fine. My
Okay.
dick was tiny, dude. It was like
Only because it was being held back.
it was like a belly button. You know what I mean? It was like a
Outie.
pinky
It was an
toe.
outie.
It was a pinky toe. It was nothing to. It was no concern. You know? It was just like, yeah, it's just
That's
like
why it's fine.
it's fine. So, anyways, he pulls my pants down and does an exam for about what I remember 10 seconds. And
Yeah.
he looks over at my mom and goes, did he have any trauma down here? And she was like, no, he was fine. He's not had any trauma down there. And I go, yes, I did. And she goes, what? I said, I had chicken pox down there. And she goes, oh, yeah, he did have chicken pox down there. That's right. And he goes, yeah, for sure. He goes, did he have any like on the head, like on the tip of the penis? And she was like, yes, he did. And he goes, yeah, there's scar tissue.
Scar tissue. That's what kept you from
Right.
your boner from coming out.
Yes, and that is the real. That is the. I'm not kidding you. That is the real reason they titled the Red Hot Chili Peppers album and book.
Oh yeah.
Was from my
scar tissue.
Yeah, that was from my circumcision, and so no. So he goes. He goes. We have to operate on this immediately. I remember looking at my mom, just like, "What's up?"
Sign the paper, Mom.
I was like,
Debbie, sign the paper.
I was like, I fucking told you. I didn't say fucking, but I was like, I told you. Things were not okay. She's like, I didn't know. I was like, oh, yes, you did because I told you. So anyways,
brutal.
we lined up the circ.
Yeah.
Circa 1997.
7. Yeah, 7.
And here's where things get a little wild. Is this actually? I'm gonna cut to the chase. Okay, go down there, full on operation at this point. They don't just go in, give you a little shot. put the thing over, cut around it, toss the fucking skin, call it a day. This requires stitches. This requires anesthesia. You have to actually be knocked out because it is a full-on. They're cutting your dick off, and you're 12.
Right.
I mean, they had to shave my pubes. You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They didn't really, but like, do you know what I mean? You probably had pubes at 12. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. A few.
You did. So, Zach Chambers did. We gotta cut that probably. Anyways,
I don't know. He's a man.
No, he's a man. Shout out Zach Chambers.
Yeah. Miss you, bud.
Love you, dude. Mwah. Thanks for the Xbox 360.
That's legit.
I bought an Xbox 360 4 months ago.
Oh shit.
Which is funny. Yeah, I got it for the kids. For just to keep them busy during quarantine.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna buy a fucking. They don't even play with it, which is bullshit. Anyways, so full on surgery, whatever. I go out, everything's fine. The next thing I remember is it was pure blackness, legitimate pure blackness that I am conscious of, and I can hear in the distance somebody screaming. So I am in blackness, floating around, and I hear. And I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, who's screaming? That's really bizarre. It's getting louder. My eyes open. I'm like, and I was like, oh my God. I was screaming and trying to grab my penis because my penis was on fire.
Were you strapped down?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I was strapped
that's
down.
exactly what was going to happen.
Yes.
You were going to go fuck everything up.
Right. So I was strapped down, and I was strapped down in the acid story as well. This was the precursor to the acid story.
It is.
So I'm strapped down.
Very similar.
Here's what I remember though. I wake up. I'm screaming. The nurse. I swear to God, this is what I remember. This cannot be what it was, but I remember her taking a needle, taking the cap off. Like that with her mouth.
That's a thing.
Like
I've seen that
straight.
before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then she goes into my leg, and I go, hiya! And she goes, and just right into my thigh. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I feel good. I feel fine.
Barry White just started playing in your head. Just like, can't get enough of your love, baby. He's all good now.
And then the nurse was like, would you like some ass chips? I said, ass chips? She goes, no, ass. I go, oh, yeah. You like some ass chips?
She talked like that.
I don't know.
I like it.
I think she did. She goes, would you like some ass chips? I said, yes. Because you can't have beverages.
I said yes.
So
If this whole thing went like that, bro. Would you like some ass chips? Yes. This is just how your circumcision went.
okay, so
It did go like that. Anyway.
it went exactly like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I go home. All right. Clueless. I rented Clueless from
Bok choy. Bok.
I rented Clueless from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, look up when did Clueless come out on VHS?
Oh, that's
What do you think? It's got to be
98.
98, 97? Because that is exactly the year that I got
It
circumcised.
had to have been 97 or 96. Actually, it's probably 96.
Yeah, so it came out in theaters in July of '95,
Oh shit.
and I think around then it was around like 8 months before shit came out on video, so probably '96.
Okay,
Good
so
job, Cam. You win.
so it must not
I
have been.
googled it before we came here just for
Just
no
in case?
reason. Yeah, just in case.
Just in case I
Thank
brought it
God
up.
you asked.
So, anyways, it must not have been a new release, because I don't know. Anyways, I was 12, and I was born in '85.
Do you want me to Google when did Richard get
97.
his-
I got circumcised in 97.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google when Richard Carlise got circumcised. Maybe you can look up the doctor records. And so I'm watching Clueless. I didn't need pain medication for 2 days because whatever she fucking pumped me with,
Oh, that lingered around for a little bit.
bro, I didn't even feel my dick for 2 days.
Nice.
But on the second day, the doctor called and said, "Hey, how's Richard doing?" And she's like, "He's doing great, but he has not peed because he is nervous about it," which checks out, right?
2 days. Holy fuck.
So 2 days. The doctor said, "Oh, okay. He's got 3 hours to go pee, or he's coming here to have a catheter." And so my mom goes, "The doctor said that if you don't pee in the next 3 hours, they're going to put a catheter in you." And I said, "What's a catheter?" She goes, "It's a tube that goes in your penis, and it goes into your
Sounder or whatever.
goes into your bladder." And I was like,
I'll be right back.
let me go see if I can try.
Yeah.
Let me just try.
Were
So,
you getting abdominal pain? Like,
Dude,
did
I
you have
was-
pressure, or it was the drug that was still lingering?
bro, I was so fucked up.
Weird.
I remember being fucked up. I remember just laying there and just being like,
They were probably like, we're gonna need to give this one a fucking double because he's a wild man.
yeah, I was screaming.
Yeah.
I was wondering if this was the start of the drugs.
It could have been, dude. I mean, it really could have
God
been.
damn, this feels
good.
Trauma for sure.
It was all the goddamn chicken pox, cirky fuck.
So,
You went pee.
here's where the story actually gets good. I know I said that before. This is where the story takes a bizarre turn. Where this is where the real trauma, I think, came into play. Because it was the pressure of having to pee. So that was the first thing. I go into the bathroom, I fill up the bathtub, and I just sit in the tub. And I just go, "You got to do it, bro. You got to do it." And I was like, "We got to do this." And I was just sitting there psyching myself up because I was so worried. Because at that point, it was starting to be painful. And anyways, I cracked the seal. It was painful, but I swear to God, I filled up the tub. It was like halfway full. I probably filled it up another. Like, think of a full tub. Like, obviously, it's not this like an inch, but it fucking felt like that, and it was so yellow. I mean,
Right.
it was as yellow as those fucking
Right.
chips on your
Chips
shirt.
on my shirt. Dude.
So that was the first traumatic experience. Second traumatic experience,
Stitches held up. Everything was good.
bro. I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
Listen to this wild shit. So, first layer of gauze is a non-stick gauze. Remember that. Non-stick gauze.
Right.
Okay? Second layer, full-on regular gauze.
Mm-hmm.
A regular gauze. Okay? Double wrap. You got to double wrap a double gauze.
God damn, you fucking shit.
It looked like a roll of toilet paper. Like a little roll of toilet paper on my dick. You know what I mean?
It's like a fucking white cotton candy fucking dude, Jesus.
So you have to start taking the gauze off because you have to change it. The blood had seeped all the way through the gauze
To the top layer.
to the top layer.
Oh, Jesus.
So I shit you not, even the very first tug on the top gauze,
You felt that.
I felt it like as if it was on my skin, like it was a Band-Aid being pulled off. You know what I mean? Like not where the Band-Aid is covering
Yeah,
the
because
wound.
it had dried and you have to peel it apart and it's like
Okay. So, long story short,
you get down to the non-stick.
I get down to the old non-stick gauze, which should just be called
gauze.
your skin. It should be
Oh.
called your second skin because it was fully adhered to my penis,
Yeah.
like just perfectly sealed, just sealed.
Oh shit.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Is there a?"
you got to that point and you're like, what do I do?
I'm
here?
like, what? So.
Dunk it in the water. Right? That's the first thing I would have done was dunk it in the water, let it fucking
Oh, bro. This is days. Just to get the top gauze was
Oh.
5 days
Oh.
of slowly peeling this thing.
I thought you were still in the bathtub peeing.
No. So that experience, I'm peeing through gauze, like it's just dribbling off the gauze. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking gross. And when you pee, it's like mixing with the blood.
It's like a fucking Easter egg dipped in yellow fucking dye.
You know what it looked like? It looked like a Cadbury egg. Crack one of those open. Okay,
No.
so get down to the fucking nonstick gauze like a week later, and I was like, I can't. I was telling my mom, it's like I cannot get it off. It is adhered to my skin, and she was like, "Okay, I'm going to Osco. Is Osco still a place?
No, it's CVS
But do you remember
now.
Osco?
Oh yeah,
Fuck yeah, bro.
next door to Safeway.
Yeah. So she goes to Osco, comes back, and she's like, "Okay, I got a Dixie cup and baby oil." She's like, "You're gonna put the oil and you're just gonna dunk your penis in there and you're gonna stir it around. You're gonna stir it around." And I said, "Okay." And so every day I was a dunking away about 3 or 4 times into a little Dixie cup with my little fucking ding dong, and slowly but surely like massaging the fucking gauze.
Gauze off.
The final day I'm in the shower. And by the way, so you peel off the gauze and now you just have to flap it over to like not get in the way. You know what I mean? Like you just have to.
And are you doing Vaseline too?
I'm doing all sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm peeling it off, and then I remember when I could get enough peeled, I would cut it so it would like not.
Right.
But
you didn't have this hanging off and shit.
So, but sometimes I would just flap. So finally, I have about a good inch of gauze, and I'm in the bath. I'm in the shower at this time, and the shower is coming down on my head, and it's hot and it's steamy, and it's hanging on by one thread, and I was in there going, ah! I was going, ah! And it was just hanging, and I was looking at it. No, I couldn't touch it.
No.
I couldn't touch it. I was like, ah! And it finally just, pew! Dude, it was in the middle. Remember when winters used to be cold in Arizona? So it was in the dead of winter, and I ran outside and just did a fucking helicopter for my mom. I go, check it out! And I just went, I go, I got a regular penis.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you did after that.
Uh-huh. Because I
It
was
took all of your being not to just.
Oh, I couldn't.
Or you couldn't.
The pain was so severe, even all the way to the end. Every millimeter of peel was so. It's
Did
not
you
what
still
you.
have stitches when you were helicoptering?
Oh, so the stitch.
Did they dissolve?
They had dissolved
Okay.
long.
How long?
Okay.
How long was that whole process?
That sounds like a fucking week and a half
Because
or two.
yeah,
That
he
wa-
was saying like each day I had to put it in.
Yeah, so
like,
that was a 2-week long process. Now, my head of my penis had never seen the light of day. Okay? It had never breathed air. It had been trapped its whole life for
Yeah.
12 years. My poor penis.
Yep.
The head of my poor penis
penis.
had never. So if I like after I did the fucking the
Helicopter at night.
at night, that was just adrenaline pumping, because even if the slightest breeze were to hit the head of my dick,
Stingy.
it was insane. It
Super
was
sensitive.
There's no way to explain that kind of pain
Yeah.
and just sensitivity. You know how, like, if a girl is sucking your dick real good and she gets it in this, and like if she sucks it a little too aggressively on the tip, and she's kind of,
Yeah, you get that.
you're
little
like,
jolt.
you're like, take it fucking
The-
down.
The jolt.
it's like
Yeah.
like an open nerve on a tooth.
Yes. And they don't know. They just think the harder I do this, the better they like it. And it's like not true. We want you to just slob on it, just get slobbery, and
Yeah.
take it easy.
Yeah.
God, dude, fucking hand jobs, stop it. So,
So Monday morning for school rolled around and you were getting dressed and your dick was like, sunlight.
It needed
What is this?
It needed sunglasses.
What is this?
well, I wasn't going to tell this part, but I'll go ahead and tell it.
Yeah.
We've come this far.
Yeah. You're gonna say something that we're gonna be like now, like, oh, that's weird.
Every day I took it outside and I gave it a little bit.
Watered the plants.
I give 5 minutes a day. Then the next day was 10 minutes. Additional 5 minutes per day in the sun until it got crisp. No, we were all wearing boxers, correct? Nobody was wearing boxer briefs back then or briefs.
Just boxers. Yeah.
There was no boxer briefs, right?
No, not yet. I don't think.
So it was all
12?
boxers, right? We were fucking thugs, right? We were thug life, and
Yeah.
so we had boxers. That's all I had. So I put the boxers on. My little dingling was rubbing up against there.
Tapping it. Yeah.
I couldn't even put boxers on. My dad goes, "Come here." I go, "What?" He goes, "Just
I'm
come
gonna
here."
help you out.
He goes, "Come here. Close the door." Go in his room. He opens up his top drawer, reaches in the very, very back of his underwear drawer, and pulls out 2 pairs of men's silk lingerie. One blue pair and one
I
red.
remember this. Yeah.
One blue pair and one red pair. And he goes, "You put those on, and then put your boxers on over the top." And he's like, "No one will ever know." And I was like, "You're the best."
Yep.
So they were silk, number one. They were men's lingerie from the fucking 70s or 80s.
So they were freaky.
Dude, so they were...
they were.
It was a tight cut. You know what I mean? It was a slim cut. My little bottom was hanging out. You know what I mean?
Dude, silk boxers are dangerous when you're like 12 years old.
Oh, my brother
Because
had silk boxers.
You're getting boners all day.
Yeah, but these were men's lingerie. So they
No,
were...
this was like a fucking.
It was like a Speedo.
Yeah.
Were they dolphin cut?
They were just straight... What's a dolphin cut?
You know, like when they have the little dolphin, the little scoop.
They had a scoop.
You know,
Yeah.
like the Hooters girls.
Yes. Oh, it was a dolphin cut, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, so I wore those every single day. Just a silk pair, which is crazy because my dad, you know, when he was wearing those,
He was swinging.
he was my size, kind of. You know what I mean? Like they fit me.
Yeah.
It was weird. I was 12, and they fit me. Let's see. 3 years later, I kept those underwear, by the way.
Yeah.
And I just put them in the back of my drawer.
You showed me them in L.A.
So I kept them.
You showed me them. You brought them to L.A. You showed me them.
So when I was dating Bunny, she found them because she would just like look through my shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What are these?" And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I gotta tell the story.
I was like, "Here we go. I was circumcised when I was 12 years old. I had a, you know." And she was like, "Put those on immediately."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Oh yeah, put those on now." And I was like, "Fine." So I put them on, and we were in my bedroom, like with the door closed, whatever. My sister just fucking opens the door. "Hey, what's going on in here? What are you guys doing, huh?" And I was like, "Oh!" And I had them on.
You were like,
I was like Steve-O going. She's like, "What are you guys doing in here?" And we're like, "Nothing. Get out of here." And then she was talking to us for a while or whatever. And then she like looked over and was like, "What the fuck are you wearing?" And I was like, "Nothing." And she was like, "What are you wearing?" And like ripped it off. And I was in the red pair of silk fucking. And she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Fucking circumcision."
tell her the story, man.
So I told her the story. I said, "When I was real," she was like, "I was fucking there." And I was like, "Okay."
That I don't know if there's anyone on the planet. No one on the planet has that story.
No. So here's
You know?
here's the thing. When I knew I was having a son,
Yeah.
it wasn't even a question.
Right.
That's coming off.
We're doing it now.
Coming off. Like he had the adhesion problem, and it got like Kim took care of it or whatever.
Yeah.
But that was traumatic. I mean, that I will never forget it.
Yeah.
It caused a lot of crazy issues for me early on, like sexually. I was very shy.
Right.
It was probably a good thing because I wouldn't have been shy at all, and I probably would have had a baby at fucking 14 or something. But I didn't. I was very shy.
Richard's got a real expensive dick.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That surgery was not cheap.
No, I'm sure.
Oh, are you talking about my kids or what?
No, your dick.
Yeah, my dick.
I'm talking about that.
Oh, boy.
So after they ripped it apart, did you have to go back and have it redone or any follow-up with Charlie's or?
No, at that point, we just kept lubing it up.
And then it righted itself.
Yeah. I'm worried about Peronis.
What is that?
Peronis?
Yeah.
It's when your penis... Nick? It's a curvature of the penis that is severe enough to cause damage to the penis. Like it can block the urethra.
Really?
It can also be very painful for your partner if you're butt fucking or vag fucking.
You got to do like a U-turn thing.
Yeah, but it's usually pretty severe. What do they say Peronis is? I know it's a curvature of the penile.
Well, while he's looking that up, they also say 119 infant boys die from circumcision-related death, or they lose their penis. Yeah.
In the U.S.?
No, circumcision deaths.
Holy shit!
What?
What was the number?
119.
A year
Yeah.
due to circumcision.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is
But I don't know what the
way too...
I don't know what
Yeah.
the statistics of kids just losing their dicks in general is. Babies can do that because infection and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Just from circus. So you're taking a gamble if you get your kid. You got to go to the best.
Yeah. So it sounds
Gotta
like
go to the moil.
gotta go to the boil. Sounds like you had a good guy.
Shit, yeah.
I'm telling you, if I had 10 more boys, I'm doing 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 circus.
Because when I was thinking about this, I just thought it was
Custom?
No, before he was like, who's doing the circ? I was just like, oh, fuck, I don't know. I thought they just do that at the hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, nah. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, dude, cool. Sweet. I'm glad you're into it. You're excited. Let's do this.
You want Peyronie's disease?
Yeah, what's Peronis?
It is a non-cancerous condition resulting from fibrous scar tissue that develops on the penis and causes curved, painful erections. Penises vary in shape and size, and having a curved erection isn't necessarily a cause for concern, but Peyronie's disease causes a significant bend or pain in some men.
I didn't hear anything because all I heard was fibrous.
Mainly fibrous.
Mainly fibrous. And we can't say anything else.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately. Fibrous. Fibrous? Did you say fibrous or did I just... What happened there?
I said fibrous. Is
Okay.
it fibrous?
Gotta be. Right? I'm sorry.
That's the name of the episode. It's fibrous.
Fibrous.
But it's got to be like capital F-I-B and then the rest in little.
Oh, what's a bris? That's a circumcision, right? Fibrous. That's a fucking double entendre.
You know everything about circumcisions because you got one.
What else? What else? Hey, somebody throw me some fucking circumcision.
Throw me a question. That's wild, bro. So I've never in one
Oh,
sitting.
wait.
I had never in one sitting got the whole story. I heard the
Okay.
chicken box thing. I've heard like brief little things.
What's the chicken? Oh, chicken pox. I think it's a
Yeah.
chicken box.
No.
Oh. So I would like to ask you what is happening this Saturday. So today is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
This is 3 days after we recorded the last episode. We usually go 1 week,
Yeah.
once per week. We're just fucking rocking them out. What's going on Saturday?
Well, my beautiful wife is turning 29.
Oh.
And
Dude.
we're celebrating her birthday.
What are you guys going to do?
She's turning 36. We're going to go to City Hall. I've never been. She's never been.
Oh. Can I make some recommendations?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is money
No. Nope.
Okay.
We're going to go there and just fuck it.
Okay, so they have something that I don't particularly care for because of the price, and I'm not the biggest seafood fan in the world, but they have a seafood tower
Oh.
that I know you and her would fuck up. Oh, she's not into it?
I'd have to fuck that thing by myself.
Oh, man. I don't think you got enough.
And then at that point is like,
You won't want anything else.
I've heard of the seafood tower.
Have you?
I think you told me about it,
Did I?
actually. Yeah.
It
It
looks...
sounds ridiculous.
I mean, it's got mussels, clams.
Because you've been there.
I've been there several times.
Yeah.
That's the place that I like to go. City Hall.
Yep.
Capitol Grill is pretty good.
That was another, if we couldn't, because we made a reservation, if we couldn't get in when we wanted to, I mentioned Capitol Grill because we've never been there either.
It's also beautiful.
Yeah.
The thing, so it's so weird when you go to those white tablecloth restaurants.
Yeah.
They have these little scoops. They're like these little scoops.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other way to explain it. It's like a little dustpan or something. It's not. It's like
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
to get the crumbs off the table.
Yeah, it's like, hey, clean off our white fucking cloth.
I'm like,
It's like, clean up after yourself.
I'm just like, I always feel a little because they're wearing their fucking like they're going to
Right.
a funeral
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though it's white jackets.
Just starchy.
Super starchy.
Yeah, it looks so uncomfortable.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna get. You ready?
Yeah, because I will do the seafood thing.
It's
But no, not the
expensive.
tower. I'm just saying I'm gonna do the seafood thing.
Oh, if you're gonna get seafood,
I'm gonna get surf and turf probably. I always get a steak with some fucking whatever on the side.
Well, they do have a fantastic lobster. No. Actually, I don't know. I thought they had a lobster macaroni. They might not have that anymore, but they have a truffle gnocchi. Bro, you might need to do that.
All my fucking shit. I
Okay,
love
so a
that,
truffle gnocchi.
Yeah.
They have some really.
Jess would love that too.
They have some really good cauliflower, like a
Like a Parmesan
What the
crusted cauliflower or
What-
something like.
Why can't I think of the name? It's when they bake it in the oven.
Scout like a.
Come on, baby boy.
You're probably thinking of a vocabulary that's above my.
Pay grade.
Just above my old vocabulary.
Okay.
You know?
So anyways, they have that.
Au gratin.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for?
Oh, good. Maybe I should have checked the mic for the yells. Remember, you were like, "Okay, go ahead and check your mic." Yell.
I think I ask you to do that every episode.
But I don't do it.
We
But-
didn't tonight.
Well,
It didn't clip. I don't think it clipped.
It's just
Sounded good.
It's clipping in the headphones.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think the intensity is better.
Okay, so
Yeah. Little cauliflower.
you know what I mean? Did I say
Gratin.
truffle? Did I say
Truffle gnocchi, yeah.
Okay, I did say that.
Yeah, yeah.
So fucking good. It actually has black truffle mixed in, and I believe they do a little
Just-
truffle oil.
Dude.
Dude, every little is $15.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But whatever. I think the dish
Tarbell was telling me he goes to France and
gets truffles.
walks through the fucking
Truffle
woods and
fields?
gets them.
Does he
And
use
he brings
pigs or
them
dogs?
back. Pigs.
Is that true?
That's true.
So they try. So pigs are the best, but they were breeding these specific kind of dog. I don't know if you could look this up, a truffle dog, because the pigs will just eat the
Eat 'em.
truffles.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
They found the gold and they just eat it. And these dogs were trained
To
they have-
not eat 'em, they
to
just
go
find 'em.
point them
Yeah.
out and then not actually consume, because one truffle, it could be $1,000 truffle. It's
Right.
like this big. I'd say it's like maybe 6 inches across, maybe 3 inches.
Few ounces.
Just fucking $1,000 right
Yeah.
there. It's more than gold. It's worth more than gold in
Yeah.
weight.
It actually so on Google it says 5 truffle dog breeds that can help find edible gold.
Oh,
Uh,
Basset Hound.
I'll probably fuck these
Basset Hound.
these
The
pronunciations. as well.
fibrous Basset Hound.
It was fibrous, by the way. You're right. Legato Romagnolo,
Okay.
Springer Spaniel,
Okay.
Beagles and other hounds,
Yeah.
Standard Poodle, Belgian Malinois.
Could you imagine a fucking poodle out there?
Yeah.
Just finding
If
trouble.
Jess was here, she'd be correcting all your fucking pronunciation.
Fibrous.
She's the dog. She's the dog whisperer.
She can do it post-production.
Yeah.
So what does Jess like? Steak?
Yeah.
No
She's
lobster.
a meat and potatoes, dude.
Okay.
Vegetables.
So she'll do the au
Pretty much
gratin.
everything except for seafood or fish of any
I'm pretty-
kind.
Pretty similar, actually. But here's what you're gonna get steak wise. Ask them if they have a 2 or 3 week old, 3-week old. Ask them if they have a 2 or 3 week old, dry aged porterhouse.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm telling you.
You're going to the Phoenix one?
Yeah. Or the Scottsdale.
Oh.
I am telling you, boy.
Fucking. That's
It's
the
lights out.
lights out.
It's lights out. The only thing I don't particularly care for when these steak joints is they cut your fucking steak. I don't want that. They'll cut.
What do you mean?
They'll cut out because a porterhouse is basically the tenderloin and New York strip
Right.
separated by the bone, and that's in the center cut of that. So, the butcher has to make a decision. Are they going to take the tenderloin out and make filet mignon? Just
right.
Or are they going to leave it
serve
in?
as a porterhouse?
And are they going to leave it in and just cut it with the bone in straight through the backbone into the rib? That's what it is a piece of spinal and a rib, and or actually whatever. And then you can make the center cut is porterhouse. The tail end of that is the T-bone steak. That's why I don't really like T-bones, because you only get maybe like
It's small.
it's just
Yeah,
a little
nodule.
quarter-sized nug
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the fillet. I want a
Right.
big fillet. That's what I would get from there.
Fuck yeah. I will too.
You guys gonna have and if I was drinking, I would recommend. I'm gonna recommend it. Anyways. Get a dirty martini.
That's what I usually get when we go out.
What kind of stuffed olives?
Blue cheese.
You're thinking of doing some kind of surf and turf?
Well, like
There's a
like if
chef's-
it's anything like Steak 44, which fucking ruined steak for me for everywhere else I've ever had it, because that's the best now.
Well, I've never even been.
Oh fuck.
That's the old Cork and Cleaver.
Yep.
Do they still have the Shermy Dims? Is it run by the same people?
No. It's a complete overhaul.
Oh,
Different
okay.
people.
It's time for an overhaul.
Yeah. No, it's Steak 44 is legit, dude.
All right.
It's the real deal. And they serve everything kind of a la carte. So, but they have these seafoods.
Cha-ching!
You know,
Cha-ching!
One of the
additions. Oh yeah, 100%.
one of the chefs,
Want a napkin? Cha-ching!
Yeah.
one of the chef's suggestions is seared tenderloin with butter poached lobster tails.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just shove that tenderloin.
I haven't
Yeah.
eaten dinner.
Shove it up my ass.
Cam
Yeah,
offered
dude.
me some pizza, but I turned him down.
In San Diego, I had some bomb crab stuffed prawns that were just delicious.
Man, what did you say?
Crab stuffed jumbo prawns.
Oh, okay. I thought you said crab stuffed prawns.
That's a fancy.
I had the crab stuffed
And I started with some
prawns.
Blue Point oysters.
Crab stuffed prawns.
Yeah.
Wow. For some reason, the scene in The Little Mermaid with the chef,
Yeah.
and he's stuffing the crab or stuffing that was
That's
just
what
that
popped
was
in
in my
your head?
head the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, he's stuffing it with his thumb like this.
I actually do remember that
You
because I
remember that?
watched it not that long ago.
Les poissons, hee hee hee, ha ha ha.
That was really good.
You remember that?
That was really good. You're good at that stuff.
Well, it's a sickness.
So we're going to go do that on Saturday.
Fuck.
Pop our City Hall cherry. I'm stoked.
So,
Yeah.
what is the babysitting situation going to be?
So we farmed out the kiddos to Denise and a helper. I think Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to stay there overnight. So we can...
Is Cash talking?
A lot of mama, a lot of dada, but it's fucking teeth, dude. The way they're coming in, he looks like a fucking hillbilly. Like he's got he's got these.
Yeah.
What does he say in Hangover? My lateral sizer, whatever he says. Yeah, so he's got those, and then these haven't totally like they just punched through. So when he smiles, it's like. And it's like nothing here. He looks like a toothless fucking NASCAR fan. And then he has two little bottom ones. So he's just like, and he's starting to make this face like,
We need to get
Dude,
Brett. We need to get
He's
Brett.
so happy all the time.
We need to get Brett to Photoshop him in.
Oh, dude, I've got shirts. So I took this picture of Ruby once, and she looked guilty as all can be. And I took a picture of her, and then I sent it to Brett. I was like, I need this to be a mugshot. And of course, 40 minutes later, he sent me this picture of her, like in front of a sign that said like Ruby Lee Cook, and then like her case number was her birthday, and like it was the mugshot like thing in the background. He just like whipped it up real quick, and then made me a shirt out of it.
Oh, he made you a shirt?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, dude.
That's the best.
Yeah, dude. 'Cause
When
I
you
was
have access to, that's the cool thing. When I would love to be in a position to where I could give things to people.
yeah, just knock stuff out like that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just be able to, oh yeah, I got the thing right here.
Yeah.
And because you still feel very special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though they have, it's right fucking there.
Yeah.
It still feels like this incredible thing. Like when he dropped off the shirts,
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, I just made these shirts. Not a big
Dude,
deal.
he's-
I was like, what?
Yeah. It's awesome. It's super awesome.
He also knows a guy that might be able to do the sign.
Oh, the sign?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
That'll be dope.
what do you think?
Like neon? Like
yeah,
bar light?
Yeah, should we pay homage to the
Homage
To the garage?
to the garage? Do we have a choice now?
Well, what do you think? What would be better than that? Just our stupid faces?
That would be involved, I think, and try to get like our
Do-
face. Oh, if we're talking about a neon light,
Yeah.
that would be a whole lot easier to do than
But let's take ease off the table.
ease off the table.
Yeah.
Or just what would look better
Yeah. What do you
at
think?
the end of the day.
It's going to say Dick and Boonies, the Dick and Boonies podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe we could use that exact,
Maybe not the garage, just the lettering,
just in a circle.
and then a circle behind it. Maybe.
It has to be like a continuous lettering to be a neon sign. It can't be
Right.
broken up like that.
Right.
Well, can you do neon as a backlit sign?
You can do whatever you want. China, baby.
Do you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like
we
it's
can
back-
Or it
Backlit?
could be like an acrylic thing with our faces, and then behind that, like a neon, like fluorescent light that kind of like shines it through.
I mean, the full-on neon tube lighting or what? That shit's
That's dope.
expensive as fuck, isn't it? It is. What I'm thinking is like
We need to find a guy.
is like a plate, like a
Oh, yeah.
like a plate, like a see-through plate where it's like backlit.
Yeah, like acrylic see-through.
I guess I don't know what's acrylic.
How
Yeah.
about we ask the fans to email in and
Ideas.
give them the suggestions?
Yeah, what do you guys want to see? Because the sign is going right fucking here. Do you want it to be our face? Do you want it to be a neon? Do you want it to be the fucking t-shirt design that we were gonna do? What do you want? Talk to us. How many minutes do we got?
It is the mucus.
That binds.
We're at an hour and 8 minutes right now.
Wow.
I can't. I can't do it, dude. I can't sing, bro.
Dude,
I
it's not about being able to sing. It's about being able to hit the harmony. Ready?
the hominy.
The harmony. Have a fucking Asian pair. Hit this. Stay there.
Okay.
Stay there. Hit that note.
I just bail out.
You're like, okay. Go. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
See? Did you feel good about it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and it sounded good.
See, it's like you feel it and you hear it and you can just do it. I needed you to be like, do this. Oh, and like I have to match it, and it usually takes me a little bit of climbing or descending. You know,
We kinda wiggle around.
It's a little squirrely.
It does get a little squirrely,
Yeah.
but I feel like here's the problem. You don't give yourself enough
Because
credit.
I'm not.
You get fresh. You
Fresh.
feel fresh.
Yeah, because I feel like when I'm at home and I'm playing tunes, I sing them okay.
Yeah.
And Jess is like, why do you, like, she'll just like walk in the room and be like, why don't you do that? And I'm like, because I'm a fucking pussy and
I'm a piece of
you
shit.
just caught me at a good moment. Like, I don't know. The press, dude, for sure.
All right. Is it
But when
me?
I'm not around anybody,
or is it just anyone?
yeah, no, you definitely lay it on because I got to make sure I do it like good.
Right.
And I'm like,
I just felt like we were.
but like if we weren't on,
I thought we were
if
better
we weren't
friends.
on
I
the
just thought
air,
we were
no,
better
if we weren't on the air and we were just sitting here doing it, probably do a lot better.
I bet.
I feel like
Because you
it.
can do.
I can. I just my confidence and
Just-
singing. You know, it's tough.
Okay, if you were to go anywhere in the world
Yeah.
with your family. No, fuck that, dude.
Just me.
Just you. Actually, me and you.
Yeah.
If everything was taken care of, Jess was also on her own vacation. Whatever,
Yeah.
just to make you feel good
Yeah.
in this scenario.
Right.
Okay? Jess is on vacation. Kids are taken care of.
Yeah.
Right? My kids, they don't give a shit if I'm here or not, so it doesn't matter. We can go anywhere, and it's your choice.
Yeah.
Where are we going? We're leaving tonight. After this podcast,
Ooh.
we leave. We go there, and what do we do? What's the first thing we do? So where are we going, and what's the first thing we do?
That's fucking gnarly. What sucks about that question is that there's no one answer. Just got to come up with one, though, right?
Just give me one.
Well, and Cam just comes off a 2-week vacation, so all
Like,
He's
I'm
like, you know,
good.
I don't really even need
I'm
vacation.
good. No. My answer, I guess, is okay, but like, hear me out. We go to Amsterdam and just get fucked up. But
Me too?
me too, because I don't get fucked up like that.
Okay. What are we smoking? Weed?
No, we're doing like fucking hallucinogens.
Oh, fuck.
And like,
Red jelly strength?
yeah, red jelly strength shit.
DMT, man.
Honestly, like, probably not red jelly strength shit, but
Okay.
like, I don't know.
Are we getting
I've always thought like
We're getting
like
prostitutes?
if you and I
Are we getting prostitutes?
oh 100%. I always thought that like I know that like drugs are not your and my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't do drugs or anything.
Right.
But
the problem
could
is
you imagine if you and I just had one night?
Right.
Again, this is all hypothetical, so I can make it as fucking fake as I want to.
Yeah, I agree.
So we could sit there in a cafe
yeah.
and have some tea and then just go goofy for a day and then come back and like it never happened.
some DMT.
Some DMT.
T.
I don't know. Some DMTEA. Yeah. Yes.
Or some TMD.
Or
Okay.
or
So Amsterdam is actually very beautiful too.
right, no, and just go fucking hike
Tandem
around.
bicycles
Oh yeah, dude.
in
Oh,
the park,
Yeah.
just on DMT.
Me and you
And you and me.
No matter what, we roll the dice. Yeah, dude.
I think it's toss the dice. Go ahead.
Toss the dice. It totally is. Roll the dice is not as fucking sexy.
No matter how you roll the
Yeah, no,
dice.
that's not as sexy.
Okay.
Or, romantic. So that could be a thing. Or
Let me tell you what.
I would like to go fishing with you. I know we've been fishing together.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to go like reel in a fucking marlin together.
Oh,
You know what I
deep
mean?
sea?
Yeah, like deep sea fish. Like go Mexico.
Yeah.
And just fucking eat tacos. You're the chef on the yacht that also has a fishing rig on it. And like you're just doing this.
Yeah.
And like we're fucking and just
In
Can
the
you-
meantime, you guys are like jamming. Like
Oh, yeah.
as the lines are out, you guys just jamming.
just playing guitar.
Right.
Just being on a boat for like 8 weeks. Just eating what we catch and just like playing music.
Can you guys please subscribe? Could you share the video?
We're either going to Amsterdam and doing DMTA or we're going
How about take the boat to Amsterdam?
Well, yeah. That was kind of my thought was like
Atlantic?
we'd leave there and then go
So you're
on
going
this deep sea fishing
So you're going deep sea fishing
Like
in
I
the
think,
Atlantic?
yeah.
That okay.
No, we would want to go.
So the
Pacific.
DMT and the prostitutes, that's fun to talk about. It's
Right.
a total lie bullshit. You would
Yeah.
never. We
No.
would never do that.
We would never do that.
Now, the boat, the fishing trip,
Yeah, that would be dope.
that's doable.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I answer my own question?
Yes.
I was gonna cut you off.
Please.
I wanted to, but
I
then-
had this. And with my answer was half fairy tale.
yeah,
Like, what if you and I just fucking went bonkers?
yeah.
You know, which isn't reality. A fishing trip is reality.
I think if I was
Could be.
but see, I wouldn't. I don't think I would do DMT if I was gonna fucking do drugs.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. You're like, you don't do drugs. I do drugs. I
Well,
do too many drugs.
yeah, but you
I
don't.
do all the drugs.
Yeah, but you don't.
Right, I don't do them anymore.
Right.
But if we went, I would just do all the. But I would like to drink probably.
Yeah.
I think if there was gonna be this scenario, I would just want to have like the local beer that from the
sure.
brewery.
Yeah, yeah.
If they had some sort of vintage
Like
fucking-
mead.
some
like
mead,
all that cool
and
shit.
Yes,
Yeah, dude.
that kind of shit.
Yeah. I would do that too.
Yeah.
So that's reality.
So if we were getting on a plane tonight,
Yeah.
you and I would, we'd fly right to Japan.
Okay.
We would our white asses would fucking land there and just go, and just tower over everybody.
Yeah.
No, I'm,
And they love us.
they would.
Yeah.
No, we would go to Japan, and we would immediately go to, I can't remember the name of the fucking, look up Hobby Bulin. Can you look up on Google, first sushi restaurant in the world?
Man.
So they have the first sushi restaurant in the world there. It's this tiny little joint that I believe, from what I remember seeing, is like you walk down a couple of steps. It's all like bamboo and wooden, and it's very quiet with these little tea lights up. It's very quaint, unassuming place, and I want to go there. It's like an old, Japanese man back there.
Like a Tori Hanzo's fucking joint.
He himself just went to the ocean naked. Just went to the ocean naked and was like, ha! And just went whoosh, and just grabbed a fish out of the ocean and just threw it back, and it landed in
He
a
definitely had to go, ha!
and it landed in a fucking wooden wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
And he just goes, hi, hi, and just
Yeah.
fucking barracuda, just fucking phew, marlin, right? This guy every morning, this is how he fishes.
Oh.
He actually dips his little ding dong in the water,
Yeah,
and he lifts his hands up, and you just see him going like this,
and
and he's going, hi, and then a little sea bass comes up, gobbles his nuts. He just boop, plops it off, puts it back in the old wheelbarrow. So we go.
A restaurant's not coming up. It's just talking about the history of it.
Okay, so there is this. It's called like
You're saying it's in Japan?
yeah, it is in Japan, but they serve like just the most classic dishes.
Yep.
Bluefin tuna, with a little bit of panzu. You dip it.
You dip it.
It's a butter in your mouth.
Ryogoku District of Edo. I don't know if that sounds right.
It could be. It's not ringing a bell. So we would go there first, right? We fly down, get out. We pretend like we're Godzilla for like 5 minutes, scare everybody. Go watch Hori Hanzo. Go watch Hori Hanzo catch
Yeah.
fish with his dick.
Yeah.
Eat the fish that he caught with his dick. Then we would sleep on a
Yeah.
little tiny bamboo cot.
Just both of us.
Yeah, me and
Okay,
you,
yep.
bare naked,
Yeah.
dick to dick.
I'm Big Spoon.
We're dick to dick.
Oh.
We're breathing in each other's face.
Sorry.
No, but we sleep.
That Ponzu.
We get up, we take the trolley or tram or whatever, the train, to Kobe. We go to Kobe and we get there's a Kobe beef restaurant there. It's like the first one.
We go to the first of each restaurant. And
Yeah.
just fucking.
Dude, did you know I was actually gonna go to Japan? I had a trip set, planned, ready to go, and then I backed out. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
With who?
I was gonna go with Lizzie. Lizzie was going to Japan with, I believe, her family or like close friends. I don't even remember anymore. And we were very close at the time, and she was like, "Do you want to go to Japan?" And I was like, "There's no way I'll ever get. I'll never. I can't just do things.
Pull that off.
I can't ever go anywhere or do anything.
There's
and
so much involved to pull that off.
Yeah, and I sat down with my mom and I was like, "Can I please just go do this?" It's like I think it's like 10-day trip, or it was a week or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 8 days. I'm gonna say every number. It was a week, 8 days, 9 days, or 10 days. And I was like, "Can we please just fucking make this happen?" And she was like, "Yeah." And so I paid for it and everything. And then her and I weren't as close. And I basically was just like, "Take somebody," because she's so fucking.
Wait, you fucking just paid for someone's plane ticket? Mm-hmm. Wow, look at you.
Yeah, but then COVID. It was
right in the reimbursed.
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't ask her for it.
Oh.
It was one of the most
Interesting.
generous things I've ever done.
That's 100% true for someone you don't even know. I mean, it was for Lizzie, but
Yeah.
Like-
oh yeah, whoever she takes.
Yeah.
I might know the person actually.
It's true.
Hopefully she could take her dog.
Look at you.
But I was gonna go to Japan.
You don't think you? I mean,
the 3 places?
I mean, in retrospect, you couldn't have gone, right?
No, because of COVID.
Could you not have gone, or you wouldn't have been able to come home? The date of the trip was after COVID hit, and you weren't able to
There
leave.
was just I think she might have. I don't know. I don't know.
It just
It might have been.
you bailed on the thing and should just.
I bailed on it, and then 6 months later is when, because this was a year out. It was like we
really?
planned this trip a year out, and then
That's a risky
it was
length of time.
Well, I thought we would still be close,
You know what,
but
man?
she
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
I feel really shitty about my answer.
why?
I was like, we're gonna go to Amsterdam and do all the drugs and do the prostitutes.
Oh, you were joking.
And your answer was like way better. We're gonna go with yours.
Well, see, I have 3 places. I think about it all. I think about it all the time.
Blue Lagoon,
Blue Lagoon.
Iceland.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
You know Blue Lagoon?
No.
The fucking natural spring where the water's blue. Like it's this hot spring and the water's like this phosphorescent blue, kind of milky.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have seen that.
I
And
want to go there.
Have you seen Will Ferrell's new movie on Netflix?
No.
Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Does he go there?
Did Taylor leave?
He's like, fuck this, bro.
He's not sitting there, is he? So, can you look this up? Will Ferrell, new movie on Netflix. Dude, it's not great. It's not a great movie.
No?
No, but
Is it funny or is it serious?
It's funny. He's from Iceland.
Eurovision.
Dude. He's from Iceland, and he wants to be a famous singer on this. It's kind of like a Star Search of Iceland. It's called or of Europe, called Eurovision.
Okay.
And the whole movie is about him chasing the dream to be on Eurovision.
Right.
And it's there, but he speaks in an Icelandic accent the whole time. He's
Will
got long
Ferrell with an
Yeah.
Icelandic accent. It's not good.
It's terrible and it's long.
So the things, yeah.
But watch it.
Okay, I'll try. Did you see All Things Must Go, where they filmed it in Arcadia?
Oh,
That's when Will Ferrell's an alcoholic.
Yeah, super like downer movie. That was actually a really awful movie. Not just because the plot is depressing, it just wasn't good at all.
I had to go to alcohol classes for my second DUI.
yeah.
And I would go to the bar across the street prior to going into those classes and take 3 shots. And anyway,
Classic.
so we watched that movie in one of the alcohol classes.
and
What's
it was
the
filmed down the street from where your folks used to live.
Yeah. What's the name of the movie again?
All Things Must Go.
Okay, so was that being filmed while we were in high school?
No.
Because I remember. Okay, I just can't place
No,
the,
it was
and the timeline.
It was later. I'm pretty sure, yeah. We were in our 20s, I think. I feel like mid.
Because I
every
remember
20s.
somebody saw the production crew filming,
Yeah.
and they saw Will Ferrell.
Everything Must Go.
When was it released? Everything Must Go.
2000. It was released in 2011.
Yeah. So yeah, it was later. Terrible movie.
What was
Yeah,
the plot
it
of the
is,
movie?
It is a downer. It's about never
Will Ferrell's a alcoholic, and I don't know. He's having an outs with his family, right? And
his wife's leaving him.
his wife's leaving him, and
His wife's leaving
Not a
him,
camp.
and he becomes friends.
They
got to
see your beautiful face.
yeah,
this kid.
right. And then the kid's mom like helps him out, like
Yeah,
talks him out of it.
yeah. It's a pretty.
it's
depressing.
dark.
Yeah, it's a pretty depressing.
Yeah.
movie.
Anywho,
Anyway, I was about 2 weeks away from Japan as well, with Authority Zero.
Oh, they were gonna go tour there.
They went,
Oh.
and they didn't take me. So I had to get
Taylor
my,
went to Japan.
I had to get my
Oh,
pass.
yeah. Konnichiwa, motherfucker.
So they cut.
Gordon went to Japan.
Yeah.
Cage Night. Yeah.
They cut crew like 2 weeks before.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, they
'cause-
couldn't afford.
Yeah, the promoter. So the promoters were supposed to pay for us to go, and like 2 weeks before, they're like, ticket sales aren't doing that great, so we're gonna have to
Interesting.
cut your crew. And so I had to drive to Tucson to get my passport. They needed my passport like the next day, and I had to go renew it. So in Tucson, there's only like 2 places in the United States or something like that you can get it that day,
What?
and one of the places is in Tucson. And I had
So
to
you
go.
drove to Tucson,
Yeah,
got it renewed.
Got it. And then they were like, never mind.
Hey,
Nice.
hey, Taylor. Question:
Yes, sir.
with the high-end cameras that are capturing this fucking moment,
Yes.
can you incorporate? If I had my iPhone on hobby,
Yeah.
can you splice in? Does it matter what the form? Like if it's comes from my iPhone or
Not for a quick shot for
Okay.
him, no.
okay?
If you can see him back there.
Exactly.
In
Well,
the fucking darkness.
But I think
Yeah.
the reason why I say that is because when he talks for lengths of time, it's basically just Cam and I, like that, which is fine. But it would be nice to cut to a shot.
We really just need to get a switcher system going. I think that's going to be the best bet. We'll
How much was that? How much?
I think the one I was looking at like 1,200.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we should go with whatever Taylor says because he knows a lot more about video than I do.
We will. Yeah, we're gonna go with everything that he says. Actually,
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
where are we at on time, Hobby Boo Boo?
1 hour 27 minutes.
1 hour 27 minutes. Is there anything you want to say?
Whoa. Mainly fibrous.
Feeling good about
No,
it? What are
I'm
we?
feeling
What are we
good.
gonna do? We're gonna put a sign, and then we're gonna put up
Swords,
swords.
guitar hangers. We got some shit.
Should we hang? Oh, that's what we should do, bro.
I've got some.
We'll just hang the
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah, I've got some.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. These look
Maybe.
kind of sick here.
We got some rearranging to do a little bit, and then
Well, you know what?
we're
I
dialing it in.
I didn't come fucking fully prepared, so
Neither
here we.
did I.
So here, well, you never do.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's just be. Can we? I mean, it's true, right?
No, I don't come with anything.
Yeah. And I didn't.
I just feed off of you. I'm like a little sucker fish.
That's the dynamic.
Yeah.
That's the dynamic. I am.
Maybe one day I'll come with something that'll just blow your mind.
Richard is coral, like a coral reef.
Yeah.
Coral.
Carl.
What happened? What are you talking about?
Isn't that what fish feed off of?
Some do.
Oh. Wow,
Some
that
do.
was like. I wasn't processing any of that.
No.
Dude, can you one episode just come in here and just light me up with something?
Light you up? Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
It probably would be.
Just like you have like a whole.
I'm just like, all right, motherfucker. Hold
this,
on.
This is what we're doing tonight.
Keep it like that, fucker. All right, now I'm gonna light you up with some shit.
No, not like that.
No, I know.
Not like
no
call
with
me out.
content.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I got you. I know.
You just light me up. You're like, you're an asshole. You smell weird. Your hair looked like shit. All right, dude.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Dick and Boonies podcast. We'll see you next time. Sponsors, reach out. We're looking for Hi Chew, Starburst, Kit Kat. Any of those will do. I don't know, Crayola. Reach out.
Oh, now you're going huge.
'Cause
Crayola's huge.
Whatever the company is that's fucking
The other one.
that does it for restaurants.
Yeah.
The ones that break the second you fucking start to use them.
Dude,
What the fuck is that? Who does that?
It's such bullshit.
Every time you're like, you got your son there. He's like, can you color that purple? I'm like, yeah, no problem. Ah! All right, it's got to be yellow. Ah! It's got to be
All right,
orange.
it's gotta be.
Oh!
And there's 4 colors.
But we could use a sponsor. Or like, share, subscribe. We want to go on that fishing trip.
We do want to go on that fishing trip. We need to go to the Ebu, whatever the fuck that was. First sushi joint ever.
Oh, where he's dipping his ding dong?
Ding.
Dong. Ding dang dong.
the famous ding dang dong. What's that from?
Home Alone 2.
It is.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.